time, the ever-flowing river. Come with us now to a time before man, where the river flows through a newborn world, and giants walked the earth. My friends, my dear viewers, welcome to Jurassic Week Honest Reviews. It is time again for yet another Jurassic Week Honest Review, and we're going to talk about Jurassic Park 3. Okay. Jurassic Park 3 is a movie that was released 4 years after The Lost World Jurassic Park. It is not based on one of the books. It is not directed by Steven Spielberg, nor does it have the musical score from John Williams. And it is one big pile of crap. Why? Well, hopefully we might have a shorter honest review, but let's just talk about it. So, what's the plot? Well, Alan Grant, as well as a rich couple, get on a plane, fly to Isla Sorna, in an attempt to save the rich couple's son from the Spinosaurus. That's it. Nothing else. Ah! No, seriously, the plot is just so lame. It is not interesting. We don't have a big set of characters like we did in the last film, or a big set of interesting characters. But it is important to note that I, for one, absolutely hate what they did with a lot of the characters in this movie. And the story, well, I could give props to Lost World Jurassic Park for having an interesting story. I cannot give props to Jurassic Park 3 for having an interesting story. Because while Lost World Jurassic Park was a B-movie popcorn flick action film, this tries to be more serious and fails on every demographic. Actually, no, I take that back. There's a lot of goofy stuff in this movie, and it fails on every level. But I want to talk about the characters first, because let's face it, there are a lot of complaints I have with the characters in the movie. We're going to start with Alan Grant. Sam Neill just looks bored. He looks bored throughout the entire performance. I don't know what was up. I never did. What was going on with his performance? Never understood it. Never understood what was going on. Didn't like him at all in this movie. Apparently he doesn't want to talk about the Jurassic Park incident. He's not married to Ellie Sattler. They completely destroyed that side plot by getting him in the friend zone. And he has a dream with a talking raptor. He has a dream with a talking fucking raptor. Like, what the actual heck? The rich couple, played by Bill Macy and Tia Leone, sting. They sting. They really sting. I honestly don't know what else to say. Their chemistry is not good. They are annoying as all heck. And they just don't make any sense at all. They sting. The end. The two hunters, Udesky and Nash, nothing to do. They get killed off really easily. I will admit Udesky's kill is cool, but they're still amounting to nothing in this movie. Absolutely nothing. Then there's Eric. Eric, the Kirby's son, who basically goes full Tom Hanks from Castaway and becomes the next survivor Drinking T-Rex pee. Oh my god, I can't believe I said that. He's not good. Short answer. Not good. Billy, don't really remember him at all. Other than the fact that he was supposed to die, but they brought him back to life because the actor didn't want him to die. And he literally amounts to nothing in this movie. With that all said and done, I was brushing off the characters because there's not really much to talk about. The visual effects are pretty good. It was 2001. The dinosaur effects look really good. The animatronic work is a lot more subtle here, but there is animatronic work. I also like the redesigns for some of the raptors with the quills on the head. It was pretty interesting. And there were a lot of dinosaurs that I thought were awesome, especially the flying dinosaurs in the birdcage sequence. But I can't really say much else until we get to the actual talking of the action sequences, because there's not really much horror sequences in this. As for the music, it's not done by John Williams. It's done by a guy named Don Davis. I can't really remember it that much. As a matter of fact, I can only remember the remastering of the theme, as well as a few other pieces. Can't remember anything else. But I'm sure Don Davis is a good composer outside of this movie. Side note, just did my research. He did the score for The Matrix. Oh, how the high and mighty have fallen. Now, there is not a lot of horror in this movie. There are a few horror moments, such as a jump scare with a dead body. The opening sequence is a horror scene. The scene in the water with the Spinosaurus is a horror scene, somewhat. Kind of sucks they didn't kill that bastard off. There are a few good sequences with the dinosaurs. The Spinosaurus has some cool scenes. The best scene is the Pteranodon or birdcage sequence. It was the only decent horror scene in the entire movie. I'm not kidding. It was one of the only good scenes in that movie, and it was a decent horror scene. Which kind of sucks to know, because there's not a lot of horror scenes in this movie, because it's not really a horror movie, it's more of an action movie. Should have done what Lost World did, kind of mix the two together. What really sucks is what they did with the T-Rex. There's a fight scene. I don't know exactly where it is. It's about 30 minutes in. The T-Rex fights the Tyrannosaurus. It's a Mortal Kombat style fight. The T-Rex gets the upper hand. The Spinosaurus then gets the upper hand and kills the T-Rex. What? The main reason we come to see these Jurassic Park movies is because of the T-Rex. You kill it off. You kill off the dinosaur with the greatest scene for dinosaur movies. You kill it off. And what sucks even more is that you were going to have a longer sequence. A longer dinosaur sequence with the T-Rex fighting the Spinosaurus. And the T-Rex was going to go away. Seriously. This is how you treat the T-Rex. Not amused. What really breaks my heart is that it's directed by Joe Johnston. And Joe Johnston is a really good director. He's directed several movies that I have a good time with. Like Jumanji, the original. And Captain America, the first Avenger. I don't know what he did. I don't think it was his fault. It was probably the screenwriting. But he directed one of the worst sequels I've ever seen. Worst sequels I've ever seen. I cut myself up again. Come on. So, yeah, it's the worst of the franchise by far. I only recommend it to the morbidly curious. The only good scenes are some of the dinosaur stuff. And the visual effects are pretty nice. But other than that, there's nothing really much I can say. The movie gets a 3 out of 10. I'm sorry. It was that awful. And I really don't have much to say, which is why this is a short, honest review. Thank you guys so much for watching this honest review. Feel free to leave your thoughts on Jurassic Park 3 in the comment section below, and tune in tomorrow when I take a look at the fourth film in the franchise, Jurassic World. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch all of you guys very soon. Take care. Goodbye.